And the question is I struggle with posting BS content just for the sake of posting. So if any of you guys feel like this, have been, don't anymore, still struggle with this, let me know in the comments, because this is a common struggle that a lot of people have on social media, especially when they're trying to stay consistent. So what happens is when, people are telling us, okay, I get that we need to post every single day. I get that, right? But it's like, how do you come up with the content to post every single day, right? So, and that's where people fall into the content calendar, like, I want to say, what's a sinkhole, I guess? Because the thing is that when we try anything in life, when you try to force something, that's when it becomes hard, okay? Same thing goes for social media. So if you feel like you're posting BS content just for the sake of posting, that means that you're probably maybe using a content calendar. Maybe somebody told you to be like, okay, for the next 7 days, post only about your business, or, oh, I need to only post about my business and never about my personal life. Or you try to resist posting authentic content, vulnerable content, or valuable content. So if you're struggling with posting BS content, you really need to dial it back and figure out what your intention is. Be like, why do I show up every day? What is the purpose of me posting today? It's not for me, it's for them. Social media is not about you. It's not about your favorite color. It's not about your perfect logo. It's not about your perfect website or the product that you think is perfect. It's about what other people need and want from you. So dial it back to your intention. What do my ideal clients need from me today? What can they relate to as a part of my story? And this comes back to saying that, in the live stream that I did on Saturday, was when somebody asked if they should post personal content or business content, which one? And it's what's an even ratio? And it's well, you should be posting both of those every day simultaneously. You should find a way to relate your story with what you're an expert in, because story plus expertness equals experience, right? So that's why it's so important to document your journey and not create content, because content calendars are just gonna, in the nicest way possible, just fuck you up, because you're gonna spend 1 to 2 days all day. You're going to get burnt out trying to create content, batch creating content, and then you make it for a month. You feel accomplished in the moment, but then a couple days later, you're like, why does my page look like everybody else? Why does my story not seem authentic? Why am I regurgitating information off of Google? And it's because that's exactly what you're doing, right? So social media becomes really, really easy when you just accept who you are, which I get can be hard. I get that that's challenging, but you just accept how your life is, and you take your customer, your ideal client, along your journey. And that's not going to be the glitz and glam 24/7, right? Kind of sitting in my car. I'm not sitting on top of the Eiffel Tower, sipping champagne, doing a live stream right now. I'm in my car because I'm waiting to go to CrossFit, because that's what I do at 11 a.m. every single day. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just hop on a live stream. I'm not dressed up. I'm in my gym clothes. I have a ponytail in my hair. I'm literally just sitting here. I always say every day, someone could literally walk, it's actually the trash guy walked up and he was like, hey, how are you today? I was like, damn, I wish I was on my live stream, because that would have been really funny, just to show you guys that anything can happen on a live stream, which is what I talked about last week. So if you feel like you're posting, if anyone's watching feels like they get in this rut, let me know in the comments, because I totally sometimes, when I lose my intention, when I think about only about me and my content, I think that what I'm posting is BS content. I'm like, why do I have to post today? It's the last thing I want to do. All I want to do, because when I think about what I want to post, then that goes back to the me method. What do I want, right? Instead of, we need to flip that switch and be like, what value can we give our followers, our ideal clients, so they can grow that connection with us? If this is making sense, let me know in the comments. Because it really is just flipping that mental switch of like, what is my intention when I post? Why do I show up every single day? Why do I show up consistently? It's not necessarily to push sales in people's faces. It's to grow the know, like, and trust factor. So not every single post has to be a business post. It can be a personal post. It can be like what your dog did at the dog park. And I said that because there's like literally a dog park like right in front of me. So it doesn't always have to be like business, or like, oh, I don't know I'm just going to post today, like BS, like tip, because I just have to post. And it's like, when you feel yourself doing that or like getting in that rut, you essentially need to ask yourself, why am I here? What is my purpose? And why do I post every day on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, etc., etc.? It's to give value to the people that are waiting for you to show up. Okay, so if you feel like you get in the BS rut, all you have to do is dial it back and ask yourself the simple question: what is my intention for showing up on social media? And your answer should be to give value to other people, and they can relate to you by being vulnerable, by being authentic, and sharing all points of your day, good and bad. People relate to bad, okay? And that's not saying that you need to be like rags to riches or like, you know, you have to like fall just to tell a story. But it's like, if you realize that you're only posting good stuff on your social media, that's not a good sign. So Lolo says, I don't even know how you started showing up on my feed, but I'm loving your lives. Oh, thanks, girl. Probably because this is in my Facebook group. So you probably requested to join my social media marketing Facebook group. Who knows when? I've only had this group for a year, so sometime in the past year, but I'm glad that you left that comment. So thanks for hopping on. So I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys don't have any questions about this topic, or you want like more tips or whatever, I can think of some off the top of my head, because my live streams are simply rants. So it's just what I think about in the moment. So I'm going to wrap this up. If you find yourself struggling with posting BS content just for the sake of posting, you need to take a step back. You need to say, is this journey about me, or is it about helping my ideal client? That's all you have to ask yourself. And when you find out what your answer is, you're going to find out very soon why you're posting BS content. It's because you don't know what your intention is. Your intention should be giving value to your followers, which are hopefully, if you're doing it for your business, your ideal clients. And you can give value in your personal life, your business, or just like, I don't know, life in general. It doesn't always have to be about business. I think that's another thing we kind of get wound up in, is that like we equate like posting on social media for business as like giving a business tip. And it's like, no, that's when you start becoming a regurgitator. That's when you start becoming like everybody else. Now, if you tie that business tip in with a story from your experience, that's when it becomes personal. And that's when people can start relating to you, right? Because if you're just copying, pasting stuff off of Google, you're becoming a regurgitator and you're just like everybody else. And then you become frustrated because you're like, why does my feed look like everyone else? Why can't I stand out? Why aren't people liking my posts? It's because you literally look like the million of other accounts that are already existent on the internet. So BS content is regurgitated content, okay? Great, valuable, authentic, vulnerable content is exactly that. It's when you dial into yourself and you're like, what story can I share with my followers? How can they possibly relate to my story? The good stories and the bad stories. You can't leave out the bad, because people relate more to the hardships, the bad stories that like bring out emotion than just like all goody two shoes, like sipping champagne off of the Eiffel Tower, right? Because if you're only going to share the good, it's not real. It's fake. And people are craving authenticity. So the sooner you can become vulnerable with your audience, the faster your following is going to grow. So that's really all that I have to say for today. If you guys love this live stream, let me know in the comments. And if you guys have any questions on live streams or topics that I should talk about during this whole week, let me know. because that's why I started this group, was to answer your guys' questions. So I'm gonna turn on the tunes. Yay! And I hope you guys have an amazing Monday, and I will be here tomorrow around 11 a.m. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.